year too?
Yes.
Okay, I wonder what is in store for Sagittarians.
I don't know, but I'm waiting to find out later on this morning. Well, it's not what we're starting with Aries this morning.
Aries, absolutely, Aries. Aries, to begin with, have been having challenges with partners. There's no question. They know this. They know this. Some relationships might not make it, and they're going to bite the dust. Okay. Moving on from that, actually what it is Aries are being empowered. They're taking their power very much for the first time in almost a 30-year cycle. And so sometimes that, it does upset the balance of an existing relationship, right? However, they're working very, very, very hard, and I see that they can earn more money this year, even into next year. I'd say the next 18 months, very good for them to try to earn more money. Well, I mean, they can, but they'd have to get out of bed. Taurus. Taurus is very lucky because they're coming into this year with Jupiter in their sign, and Jupiter symbolizes luck and good wealth and expansion. So they can attract a lot of opportunities to them. They can attract auspicious situations, important people. They're just lucky, if you will. So
this is a good year for Taurus then?
A very good year for Taurus. And it's good for them for romance and taking vacations. Oh, fun stuff.
Very good.
Gemini. Gemini has a lot of weird stuff going on at home. I shouldn't say weird, but chaotic activity. It could be because of residential moves, people visiting, renovations, something like that. And there could be a lot of tension, domestic tension. However, they are having a spiritual year. Some of them will meet teachers and gurus and whatnot, and they're feeling more inspired, you know. And they are, by the way, towards the end of this year, coming into very good luck. Do we have time for Cancer now, too?
Yeah.
We do have time for Cancer, okay. Cancer, where Mars is in their chart, Cancer is coming on unusually aggressively. They're being very assertive. This is very good if they need to sell, promote, market, write, teach, act, whatever. But on a casual basis, they could also be a tad aggressive.
So come across as being a bit pushy.
Yeah, but on the whole, I'd say that it's lucky. They're just sort of, they will defend themselves. They say what they mean and they mean what they say. And they're very popular this year. Cancers are very popular. They should accept all invitations. They should get out there and schmooze. They should eagerly make friends, and people help them. So they should join up with people because people will benefit them.
Georgia, it sounds like just in the 4 signs that we've spoken about, that it's a lucky year for many of the signs this year.
What an intelligent question. Okay. What I'm discussing here, this is all just symbology. Nothing really affects us from the heavens. That'd be stupid.
Right.
Like Jupiter can't affect us. But it's all mathematics, right? And I'm discussing the symbology of it. There is a symbology of good fortune, and it shifts every year. So we all have good fortune somewhere. And in fact, I just want to say this if I have the time. I know that everybody is suffering. Even Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, like the so-called, it's so foolish to assume people don't suffer, right? But some are really suffering. People are dying in the family, or they're really, really broke, or they're out of a job, or they've been rejected, or they're splitting out of a marriage. It's harsh. So I'm not pretending these things don't exist, but I am showing that every one of us has a glimmer of a new opportunity, always, right? And if you know where it is, then you can kind of milk it more, or you know it's there.
Okay, and so be able to give yourself the power to take that on.
The power to take it on, right.
Okay,
well put.
4 down, 8 to go. Georgia's going to be with us all morning, and we'll look at the next 4 signs coming up in a few minutes.
Great.
Thanks for that.
Thanks.